my demo and I'm starting the recording, and let's check this game. So black was full holidays mode. Wait, Kac is drinking a lot of vodka or what? Aha, some vodka, okay. Aha, okay. So okay, so black started with Sun and Say. Okay, that I haven't seen for a while. So white approached and black played this move, also a move which I haven't seen for a while. Well, as far as I know, it's usually not good if white has a corner in the bottom left, but probably not a big issue. Aha, so white immediately enters, so this will be bloody. Anyway, so white should probably block. If black plays here, white jumps, black jumps, white plays here. This is one possibility. Black can probably think about pincer. So white plays here, black plays honey, white comes back. And if black plays here, then white can actually live in a very nice way this way. So black will probably not just connect. So black will probably go down and white can try to clamp. White can try to clamp if white has a ladder, so this is working. And if there is no ladder for black, so black needs to play here, white plays here, and then something complicated, something like this happens usually. But normally black has a star point or some corner in the bottom left. So in this case, these stones are not that strong because white can play somewhere around here. And I think even though white has a really horrible shape, still white is relatively strong. So that's why I feel like this is not good for black in this case. So black kicked and then played Kosumi. Yes, I feel like black is playing only old school moves so far because this is an old school move. New move is Keima in this shape. It's just a bit faster, and for white it's not really hard, not really easy to cut here. So Keima is usually the move. I don't know what did E18 give to black, but anyway, the exchange can be made anytime. So black pincers, white plays Keima directly. Yeah, I see the vodka already, vodka game, because white is creating two weak groups at the moment. So this can become crazy very soon. On the other hand, black also has some stones which can be attackable, like this one or this one. But creating two weak groups at this moment is not so reasonable, I think. So I would probably play something like this, and then here. This would be probably my play at the moment. Or maybe play here. Because once we made G13, at least white became a bit stronger. So white became a bit stronger. So K16 is attackable. So Keima, white attaches, Hane, extension, and then this shape. Well, black probably doesn't want to do this because so white can get the bamboo, but I would probably do it anyway because this reinforces black's shape a bit. And then black can Keima here, and then actually white would be in trouble. White's Keima on the left side would be in trouble. So white plays Kosumi, black pushes, white extends, and then black goes to hunt this group on the other side. So black finally made this exchange, but then black went down. Well, I feel like K16 is still useful. Like, it's not dead yet. Like, it's still useful, but I probably wouldn't move it yet. I would probably first attack on the other side. So I would attack here probably, then I would make this exchange, and I would just keep getting some profit here from the attacking. And this will be very hard game for white already because white has two groups which can be, in theory, easily attacked. And white is not building anywhere. It's just black who has the initiative the whole game. So that's why I feel like white's overplayed at the start. Creating two weak groups so early is usually not good. The cut at e16, it can be some agi at some moment, yes. It can be some agi, but black can also resist a bit here. So it depends on which stage, and also in theory black can connect, just here, and then do this. But yes, e16 is definitely an agi. Aha, so white clamps here. Yeah, this clamp, like it can be a nice tesuji sometimes, but not in this way. In this case, white has to keep an eye on his weak group first. In this case, white cannot play here because black will just separate, and white is asking for more troubles here. Well, here I would expect this Keima from black because black is creating a Miai between this cut and this under connection. So that would be definitely better. Or another option would be to play here. White just connects solid here and black jumps here. That would be another possibility. And white has simply too many troubles. So the clamp is creative, but and it's sometimes a good move, but not in this case. So this game is already becoming extremely complicated. I feel like black could maybe cut here. Like the Hane was a bit careless that this move is not so easy to answer. Probably white has to go out here, and if black just leaves this way, this will be very easy. But like I'm not sure if black considers it to be good enough, but white shape is not good. So I feel like this is good enough for black. So black played Hane and then lived in a similar way. Okay. Black separates, white plays here, black pushes again. Well, in this kind of situation, we shouldn't push. Like when we are attacking the opponent, then we should play as contactless as possible. So I think this would be a Kosumi. So next move is if white plays here, black plays this move. If white plays around here, then black can probably try to attack this way, or maybe run from this direction. So Kosumi at L12 looks definitely better. So black pushes, white extends, black plays here, white plays here, and now black jumps from this side. That's not appreciated. Black has to separate. This jump looks pretty natural, I think. Yeah, I guess after this move, black is just looking for a cut later. But if black plays here, I would expect white to just come back here and white partly solve his troubles. Of course, in theory, the whole snake can still be attacked later. But at least white managed to close the two groups, so it's less chance that it will locally die. And white might activate this. So especially after white defends all of the troubles on the outside, then this move can be problematic. So but this Kosume cannot give white much actually, because I feel like white just forced black to destroy white's potential. So I'm wondering why didn't white play here and force black to play this way. But if white plays here and black plays Hane, this can never be good for white. So now white activates this. And now white cannot do this yet because black can cut back. So that's why white pushes. And now black pushes back, but white blocks. Black plays this move. White plays here, black connects. Okay, this makes sense. So white created an eye on the left side, at least one. So white decided to Tenuki. Still, it doesn't change the fact I would probably play here. But if white plays here, then I feel like that black's attack didn't succeed. Like black managed to steal all of white's potential on the left side, but black still has a floating group at the bottom part of the center. Black doesn't have much points at the top side. The Sun Rensei strategy didn't work very well, and white's weak groups are connected. So that's why I feel like white should probably be able to spare and penta move here. So white played here instead and black cuts. White plays here and cross cut. cross cut is not working very well here because black has two stones here. Also, this star point is very close, so n17 probably cannot do much. So white jumps, and black is still trying to attack. Well, white is probably fine with this group because white can always leave this way. So black peeps, and black is now trying to attack the other group. White jumps this way, and black attaches here. Well, these attachments on Komoku are relatively relatively new moves. They were not happening in the past. The bots came with them, and I feel like in these days attaching on the Komoku from this direction is not bad in almost any case. I feel like I was not very confident about playing these moves usually, but as far as I saw the pro games, then usually these attachments were almost never bad. Like it's really hard to get a worse result than 1 point, let's say, for black here. Like even if this happens, for example, which is something I don't really believe in for black, it's actually, according to AI, this is not worse than by 1 point or something like that. So black can probably play like this. So this attachment is fine, but black decided to hunt on the other side instead. That probably makes sense. And then play here. Okay. I would probably just play Keima because the Ogema is a bit asking to be cut later here. So that's why Keima looks probably a bit more shape-ish here. But white didn't really decide to cut. But I think black should connect. Because I don't think white can probably play so far. So white will most likely just play here. But white still has to live. But on the other hand, if black plays here, white lives very, very nicely is this way. So after all, I'm actually even thinking if black should actually answer. Because R14 is not urgent, R9 is also not urgent, white cannot be killed, and I feel like since black has more points than white, then I think black should concentrate on destroying white's potential at the bottom side. So my move would be either here, or maybe just capture, or maybe try invasion here, because if white can't get all of the bottom side, white is probably behind. So I think black should strike here with one invasion and win the game. The plan was to get center. Okay, probably you will get it, it seems like. Just this move is not good. I think I would connect and force white to answer this way. But if you can get center and there will be no Aji there, which is probably not there, then it's good. Okay, this way. And then there. Well, since you cut once, I would probably take because white needs to answer. If white wants to keep the bottom side, then white needs to answer. And then probably just do something where some move when we are sure that we will not die. So we should play somewhere at the fourth line because the third line we have to probably live inside, which is not that clear. But on the fourth line, we will most likely manage to connect. We will most likely manage to connect with our stones in the center, and white probably cannot win this game. So white took because white probably didn't know how to answer. Well, here white actually showed very good understanding because these two moves are super huge. Also partly center on black's group on the left, because if black doesn't answer here and plays somewhere else, then this move can be really annoying. Not only for endgame, but almost even for black's life, actually. So that's why I feel like black probably overdid it here. Black lived very nicely at the bottom side, but white getting the corner in the bottom left is actually probably bigger than the side even. So black has to start being careful. So black played here, but this is not very careful because white can still cut in theory. So the shape, which is good to remember, that after this Ogema, we should bump up like this. So white turns, black plays Hana and connection protects the edge, and white takes. Here white didn't find the best move. White has to find this. And if black connects, white cuts, And now black has black has probably only option. Black can only start this core. So this move is really hard to answer, and it's not even that clear if black can actually live with the whole group unconditionally. So black has to be very careful here. But if white only took the stone, then white will probably lose the game. Even though white quite succeeded with these invasions, black still has too much points. Also now even J4, which used to be a move which was building a big potential, it's starting to be weak at the moment. So here actually white also plays something which doesn't work. White should play like this, because if white plays this way, then black can probably try to run out this way. So this was expected. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. What? Here white starts already something crazy. White starts to be desperate here. Like only thing what white could try was this, probably. And then maybe try to get maybe the three stones in the center. So because the result will finish like this, that's very likely. It's way good enough for black to win, of course. But I think white should at least try harder here. But if white just tries this way, this is very easy for black to solve. So it's very unlikely white will manage to find something here. So I'm actually starting to wonder how this game could be only 5.5. Yeah, magic. Aha, because white can play here already. So, so how to solve this? Ah, right, right, good one. Okay, because we can play here. Okay, so this is possible. Then this, so, oh, yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so, but what white can do instead? Aha, so white finds this, but still just good. Yeah. So, but this one cannot be answered. Where would you like to take a liberty? Aha, here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. But is it any change? What's changed here? Let's no change, no? Doesn't change anything, I think. But when do you want to play K5? So I'm wondering. So this. So now we play this one, and you can play this. And if white connects, and now you can do this, right? Yeah, very true. And this probably doesn't help, right? Yeah, this doesn't help at all. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, so N8 is actually something what or how white almost tried to kill himself after finding a great Tesuji at L1. But anyway, yeah, indeed, this is quite epic. That's true. Very interesting situation. But anyway, still should be good enough for black, because black also got some extra profit at the bottom. So that's why I feel like black should still be winning. Wow, yeah, this one is super huge, because this should have been white for sure, right? At Q6. So it's reverse center. Yeah. Yeah, that happens, but probably it doesn't cost you a game, I think. Because black should still have way enough, I think. That is not working. The stuff. This move is also extremely huge. Like even though this is probably not center, still white should do it. Because if white do this, then this game can might be closer than 5.5 at the end. Like black will still win, but it will be already relatively close. Because even though it's not center, K12 just prevents a lot of semidoris there and so on. So that's why black will play there right away, and also black can start disco in theory. P1 was a mistake. There was a Seki. That's long time ago. Is there is a Seki? I'm not a Tsumego master, so I'm thinking. Because normally this is not good, right? Because there might be some troubles on the outside, but probably not this in this case. Yeah, you are right. Probably there is some kind of secure core or something like that. Probably. Yeah, there could be something. Like after the liberties are filled, because when the liberties were not filled, thanks to this move, then there was probably nothing. But if the liberties are filled, there might be something indeed. So, do we have anything interesting in this game? Some mistaken core threat. So, black after took, and this is the end 5.5 after all. Yeah, well, yeah, actually, you were leading all the time since the beginning. But I felt like white created two weak groups at the start, and I felt like black could have won way earlier. Because black didn't manage to get enough from the attacking at the start. Because I'm not saying that one of the groups should die, but black could get definitely much more from the attacking. So that's why I feel like black could have won much earlier. Then black managed to destroy the bottom side, so it was still good. But then white found very nice Tesuji in the center, so that was interesting. But probably white still couldn't win. White simply had too many troubles all the time in the game. Yeah, there is a lot of groups and also a lot of stuff with one point. Yeah, indeed. Very cool game. Very cool game. Interesting to comment. Yeah, actually, all of the today's games, except Alvarez, of course, were like very reasonable. I think probably some of you are already able to calm down or wait a bit what the opponent does. Also, maybe leave the like activating the edges for later. But yeah, um, all of the games were relatively fine. So that means we didn't have that much fun as we usually have. But I hope it was still a nice lesson, and I hope you learned something more today again. So, so you will come. Yeah, you will come. I will also stop the recording.